Hey guys, what's up? It's Destry. Welcome back to my yard. I have two words for you today. Plant haul. I have two more words for you. Proven winners. Let's check out all these amazing plants I scooped up at the garden center the other day. All right, friends, so if you saw the previous video, you saw that I went out to one of my favorite nurseries the other day. I've actually been to two places to buy plants in the last couple days. I know. It is Mother's Day weekend, so I treated myself a little bit, maybe a little bit too much, but the sun finally has come out. It's beautiful here in Oregon. It's like a high of 70 degrees today, and it's just gorgeous. Actually, it's more like 80. I just checked the thermometer over here, and it said it was 80 degrees. It has gone from chilly and rainy to hot. There's no in between, and that's kind of what it does here in the Willamette Valley, Oregon. At least it has the last couple of years. Anyway, I digress. I did grab a lot of proven winners plants. I have some other things to show you, so let's get into the haul. I just want to say if there's any dogs that bark in this video, I apologize. This is my real backyard. I have two Aussie Doodles. We have a neighbor dog that barks quite often, so I apologize ahead of time. But let's go ahead and get into the pretty stuff. So it was so hard to choose which proven winners plants I wanted to add to my collection this year, but here is what I came up with. The first one is one I grew last year, and that is the Vermillionaire. I think I might need to pull up my chair a little closer. And this one is amazing for hummingbirds. I'm going to pull up a little bit if I can. The hummingbirds absolutely go crazy for this one. In fact, I've seen it nicknamed like the hummingbird food plant. And I had one of these last year and it got huge. It was in a pot and the hummingbirds were all over it. So I definitely wanted to incorporate it into my yard this year. It blooms with this really pretty like orange kind of tubular flower, and it is really good for the pollinators. So I did pick up that. And I think I got two of those. I don't know, they're kind of squished in here, so I'll have to see. I hope I got two. The next one I got was the Super Bina Cherry Burst. So this one here, and look at the flowers. I just couldn't say no to this one. I think it's so gorgeous. I love these flowers, and Super Binas grow really well for me. If I dig them up, I might be able to overwinter them in my greenhouse, but if not, they'll just be an annual for me. So this one does say full to part sun, and this other one is full sun. So I actually grabbed, let's see, I did grab two of those varieties. Isn't that gorgeous? I couldn't help myself. They're so beautiful. So I went ahead and grabbed those, and I'm probably going to be using those in a container. Now I also got two of these. Again, I couldn't help myself. This is the Super Bina Sparkling Rose. And I have a very influential YouTuber that I follow, and she has done nothing but go on and on and on about how wonderful this plant is, how vigorous it is, and how it just blooms its head off. So here we go. We're going to try it out. I did get two of these, and they're both blooming. This one especially, and it has more blooms on it. So I'm super excited to use these. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of these varieties of the Super Bina in containers or in my landscape yet, but more to come on that, more to be determined. The next one I got, which just tipped over, is the Proven Winners Sunseta Blood Orange. And this one is a Nemesia. Put that way. There you go. And it does have a few blooms on it. So this one is going to bloom orange. You can kind of see that there. So it's kind of an orangey reddish, I would say kind of an orange, like a really warm color. And then I also got another Nemesia, and this one is a Sensatia Yellow, and these are full to part sun. So let me show you the tag on that one. Here they are. They're just gorgeous. So I'm going to be trying these, I think, in my landscape, and I think I got, yeah, so I got two of each of those varieties. So this one is the blood orange again, and the lemon. So was that what I said what the other one was, a lemon? Yeah, lemon. So I've got four total of those. So those ones I was considering those to put in my front landscape. Okay, next up I did get some Coral Bells. These are the lemon slice. And so these ones have a little bit of white in the bloom. See if I can share it with you. There's one little bloom there, but they're the super bells. So they're like a smaller bloom than like a supertunia. And then I also grabbed, oh, this is another one of the Vermilionaire. Oh good, I did get 2 of those. I was thinking I got 2 of those. And then this I think is another one of, yeah, this is another one of the Super Bells Lemon Slice. So I have 2 of those, 2 of the Vermilionaire. And yeah, I'm hoping to use those in containers or in my landscape. I also got one big Proven Winners plant, so let me share that one with you. And then we'll switch to looking at some of the other plants as well. So this one has been on my list for a while. This is a quick fire hydrangea, but this is the little quick fire. So this one has a smaller growth habit than, you know, one of the big hydrangeas. Now in my landscape right now, I have all I have the big ones basically, and I have the ones that are white. I really wanted one that was like more pink, so I think this one is the more pink hue, and also that was like a little bit smaller. So I have the limelights, that's what I was trying to think. So this is the quick fire, little quick fire from Proven Winners. So this is a panicle hydrangea, and it is full sun, and yeah. So it's 3 to 5 feet tall and wide, so still pretty big. Early blooming, cold hardy, petite shrub is what they're calling it. Blooms summer to fall. So I'm excited to try this one. I think that it'll be really, really pretty and a little bit more compact for my kind of urban backyard. So that's all for the Proven Winner stuff that I got. You know, Proven Winners are so wonderful and it's fun to see them grow in, but they are a little higher of a price point than some of the other, you know, things at the garden center for good reason. They are sort of a designer, right? They are those special kind of flowers that you want to treat yourself to. But I did get some other things from the garden center as well, so let me show you some of the other things I got. One thing I do have is a giant cup of iced coffee. I'm going on coffee number 3 today, but that's okay. It's a long day, it's a Saturday. All right, let's see what else we got here. So these are the ones I actually got at Jerry's a couple days ago. And I could not say no to this guy. This is another one that's been on my list. This is the Twisted, it's a juncus. And it is just this crazy wild grass with these curly, like, I think it would be so cool in like a head planter or just anywhere really. And so I'm gonna pop this in my landscape someplace. I'm not sure, let's read the thing here. It does say, spiraling twisted dark green. It says spreads by rhizome and seeds. So it's a spreader, I gotta be a little careful. Great waterside, shallow ponds, moist areas. Part sun, needs moist to wet soil, medium watering. So I am gonna be putting this in the shade, my shade garden area. So, and making sure that it gets plenty of water in that spot. So I'm excited for that one. I got quite a few, I guess what are kind of commonly known as pinks. These are the dianthus. So I have an area in my yard where I'm kind of growing this little dianthus corner. So I added some white dianthus. This is the Super Trooper white. I grabbed, and all these need water because it's been so hot so quickly. This is the velvet and white. And again, another name for them is a carnation or a mini carnation. Here's the tag on that one. So it'll kind of be a multicolored bloom. And some people don't care for them. I think they're really pretty in the landscape. This is the Super Trooper purple, and that one is blooming. I think they're really pretty in the landscape because of their mounding habit. So they kind of have this little like round mounding habit. So I'll have to show you in my little corner there, but I wanted to add some more this year. And then this one is just silver pink. So lots of pinks and whites kind of keeping with, and purples kind of keeping with what I already had over there. And this one was kind of cool. So this is not, it's not one of these. It's not the dianthus, but it kind of has a similar look to it. And it's kind of has that round clumping habit. And I liked how these blooms were sort of like little balls. They almost remind me of like a straw flower. So this is a sea thrift. This is a perennial. and it's Dramera Daydream is the name of it. And I would say the blooms are almost like a straw flower. They're a little papery, but isn't that gorgeous? I thought it was so cute. So I'm going to be adding this to that same area if I have room, because I think that'll add a little bit of height to the other dianthus that I have going on there. And then this one, I just kind of randomly grabbed this one. I've never tried this. So this isn't a stilbe, but look at the blooms. Wouldn't that be gorgeous for like a cut flower? This is a false spirea, Vision in White is what it's called. And again, this was at my local Jerry's, which is a local store to us. Upright mounded astilbe with graceful fern-like bronze green foliage and dense branched panicles of white flowers. Very froliferous. I can't say that word. Grows 18 to 20 tall by 18 wide, used in borders, containers, mass plantings, and shady gardens. Part shade to full shade, prefers rich, moist soil, zones 4 through 8. So I was gonna do this one in my shaded area again, and I thought it was really pretty. I'm not sure if it's an evergreen or not, so you tell me if you've had any experience growing that, but I thought the blooms were really, really gorgeous. Another thing I got at the Jerry's, it needs some water because again, it's a little parched. I gotta go water it, but I did get myself this guy. So I decided to get a full-grown lupin. If you've been following my channel, you know that I grew some lupin from seed with the winter sowing method, but you guys, I just couldn't resist it. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. I mean, how do you say no to that? It was a pretty good price too for this size. And lupin should perennialize for me. I have some little seedlings, but to have like a full-size one, I think is just gonna be, you know, that instant impact. So this is a perennial, bicolored yellow and purple blooms, full sun to part shade, hardiness to zone 4, let dry between waterings, 36 high, 25 to 30 wide, and it blooms in early summer, and great for the pollinators. So I'm excited to have my lupin that I grew from seed, but the ones I grew from seed were like this big. And, you know, my goal is to try to have sort of like this little patch of lupin. So I thought, well, I kind of want the instant impact. So I'm going to put that one in there when I saw it. So let me show you a couple other things today. Next on my list is one I got at Johnson Brothers, and it's a Monrovia. First of all, here it is. And it is a clematis. You guys, I have not had luck with clematis. I tried to grow clematis last year with a bulb, like it came in a bulb, and everything I've heard about that, you know, method of growing clematis, they're really slow growing. So what I've heard is that if you really want, again, the instant impact and, you know, just get yourself a clematis. So this one is the Monrovia Boulevard Samaritan Joe. It's full to partial sun, showy blooms, and it stays compact. This one was pretty expensive, but you know, again, I figured it was kind of my Mother's Day present to myself or for my husband. Thanks, husband. This week got me for Mother's Day. Mother's Day, it says generous blooms with beautifully layered, pristine, pointed petals with a pickety edge and creamy bars. Okay, so, hey, stop. Partial to full sun. Water deeply, hardy to zone 9, and yeah, I'm excited for this one. So this one, I have a trellis. I want to grow this up, and I'm excited to get this one in the ground and in my landscape. Okay, so last up, I just realized I did miss a Proven Winners. I did get a Proven Winners houseplant from the little houseplant collection. So this one is a Charmed Wine Oxalis, I think is how you say it. I've never had one of these. I'm a little worried about it just because to me it's fern-like, and I don't have very good luck with ferns. In fact, the one fern I did have that I was keeping alive, like little one in a pot, like a houseplant fern, I just killed it. It got really hot really fast. Anyway, this is gorgeous. I'm gonna try to keep this alive. It is sun to shade, it says. And let's see, what else does it say? Mounded habit, blooms mid-spring through summer. Yeah, zones, annual except in zones 8A through 11B. So I guess for some people you could, you know, plant this outside or keep it outside. Not for me. Fertilize regularly. Let's see, sun to shade. I'll probably be putting it in the shade. Well, my house is kind of shady. So yeah, I'm excited to try this guy and see how it goes with this little houseplant. So that was my last Proven Winners one that I got. Couple other things I got at Johnson's. These I could not resist because they were on sale. And if you guys know, you know, I'm going for lots of reds in my front entryway this summer. And I didn't have the best luck with some of the seedlings I had put in the ground. It's the celosia. I'll have to show you guys. It's kind of a sad story, but I'll go out there and show you in a minute. But anyway, I thought, you know, I'm just going to get some bedding plants and pop them in there and get that instant impact. So these are just a deep red petunia, but they were half off. So I think I got 5 or 6 of these. They look like they're in great shape. I'm not sure why they were on clearance. You know, I checked them for buggies and they look great. So I'm like, score, I will take those. So I did get a bunch of those, and I have a plan for where those are going to go. And then I did grab just some, I think this is like a butter lettuce, because in my green stock I had just a few pockets that didn't make it, and so I wanted to fill those back in with some edibles. So I got that. Same thing with my pumpkins. I put my pumpkins in the ground, and because of this, what I think is, you know, this rain to chilly to this heat, a couple of them have just crisped up and are gone. So I did grab a couple replacements, even though I was kind of bummed because, you know, the seed ones that I picked out were the varietals of pumpkins I was really excited about. But this one looks cool. This is a flat white borer Ford. So it's a white pumpkin. And as you can see, there's 2 little seedlings in here. So hopefully they are hardened off better than I was able to harden mine off, I guess. And then I also got this guy. This is a warty goblin. Hopefully you can see the tag. Warty goblin pumpkin. So it'll be all like bumpy and stuff. I don't know, we'll try it. I just kind of wanted something besides like regular pumpkins. So that's what I got. And then I did get a couple of peppers. I haven't really done much with my veggie garden, but I did get a couple of peppers. So this is just a sweet pepper, a green pepper. This is an early summer sweet bell. This is like a yellow one. I like these pots that they were using out there though, these decomposable pots. And then I think that's it. Did I get one more pepper? Oh, I did get one more pepper. This one here in the front is, oh, this is Purple Beauty. It's another sweet pepper, but it's kind of like a dark purple color. Haven't had the best luck with peppers just because I think here, sometimes they don't have enough time to like fully develop. And I feel like by the time the harvest season's over, they're like tiny, right? They're not big enough. But we'll see. I'll pop some in the ground. I have a lot of extra gardening space this year, thanks to my husband who built me some new garden beds. So I'm gonna pop some peppers in the ground and see what happens. All right, guys, well, that's gonna be it for my plant haul today. I hope you like checking out all these amazing plants, and I hope that you are able to get some new plants for yourself in your yard this time of year. There's so many beautiful things at the garden center. It's hard to restrain ourselves, isn't it? I don't know how well I did at that this time around, but I'm excited to get these planted up. So stay tuned to the channel and see what I do with all these cool plants. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you need me, I'll be hanging out in my Oregon yard. See you next time. Bye.